Welcome back, YouTube. We are back with another hot one, and today we are going to be talking about inflation prices in real time. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you find this video informational and helpful, give it a thumbs up and head over to our Instagram page where we have a lot more content on there, more behind the scenes things from day to day. So let's get back into this. We've moved out to the homestead now for 9 months or 8 months or whatever, 9 months. And so we took our receipts specifically from Costco and ran some numbers from what we purchased our groceries at the beginning of the year to our most recent one, which was just last year or last week at the end of August. And the numbers are pretty astronomical, and for some of you that might not think about it, it's only $1 or $2 here. Once we break these down, you're going to kind of realize what we're actually headed towards. And at the end of the video, I have another warning from a distributor that's been putting out letters to retailers about the upcoming price increase on top of what's already happened. So I'm going to let Kimberly take this one away and run some numbers and go from there.
Yes, as the teacher, I am the one who's in charge of the numbers.
That's right.
So I made sure to write everything down. Like I always tell my students, make sure you write it down if you can't keep it straight in your head. So first of all, just kind of a little explanation as to how we figured this out. You want to work out the difference in the increase, obviously, so that's pretty simple. You know, you can say, oh, it's $1 here or $1.50, $1.25, whatever. Once you take that increase between your two same items as to one time period versus another, you're then going to divide that increase by the original number that it was, and then you multiply the answer by 100, obviously, to get the percentage. So that's what we did with all of our groceries, all of our items that are listed here. You can do the same thing. That's why I'm explaining it, so that you can do the same thing if you wish to.
Just make sure you keep your receipts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we keep all our receipts to make sure that we're doing our accounting properly.
That's right.
And stuff. Okay, so the first item up, now this is, as Andre mentioned, Costco. We also have two liquor items as well, specifically tequila. So the first item on the list.
Sorry.
The first, well, for the most part, yes. The first item on the list is Tequila Anjeno, A-N-J-E-N-O. It's a type of tequila. So back in February or March was our first grocery run. It was $43.70. It's now, as of a week ago, $44.25. That's up 55 cents, which is an increase of 1.26%. That's the lowest. There's a lot more. Then we have coconut oil. That was $17.49 back in March. It is now $17.99. That's an increase of 50 cents, which is an increase of 2.86%, just the way that the numbers work out. So that's 2.86. Then there was coffee. That's completely on him because I don't drink coffee. That was $12.99 back in March. It's now $13.49. So that's again up 50 cents, but it's an increase of 3.85%. Then there's another tequila item. This is Tequila Blanco, so that's $33.45. It's now $35.50. So that's an increase of $2.05, which is a rather large jump. That's an increase of 6.13 or 6.13%. Then there's nut butter. Again, that's completely on him because I don't eat that.
Winning.
That was $11.99. It's now $12.99. So that's an increase of $1. Because of the way the numbers work, that's an increase of 8.34%. We're getting up there. There's popcorn kernels. We like our popcorn. That's a pretty healthy snack. It's something that you can, that is healthier than like cookies or muffins or whatever.
Chips.
In any case, yeah, chips, exactly. In any case, it was $8.99 back in March. It's now $9.79. So that's an increase of 80 cents. And that's an increase of 80 cents. And percentage-wise, that's 8.9%. Then there's honey. Honey was $16.99. We're for a 3-kilogram bottle, the big ones that Costco has.
That's right.
It's now $19.99, so that's an increase of $3. Now, percentage-wise, that's an increase of 17.66%. Then there was yogurt. Now we buy Greek yogurt. So this is what we do, the Greek yogurt from Costco. So this is what we get from Greek
brand.
yogurt.
It's nothing
from the
huge,
Kirkland one. So it's nothing special. It's not anything that's like super, out there in terms of price or anything. You may find different prices if you're buying yogurt that's not organic or whatever, what have you, or that's not Greek. In any case, in March, that was $7.99 for a 3-pack. It's now $9.59. So that's an increase of $1.50. And that's percentage-wise 18.77. Now this one is the killer.
That's right.
And I'm very grateful that we don't have to do this anymore. So for 2% milk was $4.65 back in March. Now it is $8.49. That's an increase of $3.84, which granted is the largest monetary increase we've had so far. Percentage-wise, that's an increase of 82.58%. That's enormous. So overall, the extra percentages that I've added up, that I just took all of those extra percentages by how much everything is increased and added it up, that adds up to, on your groceries, 150.35% in 6 months.
On 8 items. So this is just 8 items too. So this is not
like
the entire the grocery bill. Some items did not go up at all, such as cheese, which is kind of weird because we have both yogurt and milk, which are both dairy products, went up in price, but for some reason cheese stayed the same. They must be doing shrinkflation on that one, making the packages smaller, which is something that we should actually check too. And actually, if you've noticed the prices don't go up, just check your package size from what you purchased before to your current size of package, right? Because you might see the same price and be like, oh, nothing's changed, but the actual grams or the weight in the item has changed as well. Yep. Now, I would like to bring up one point is, how has your paychecks increased according to the inflation on this? Probably not very much with the outcome of the last 18 months of what's been going on. And especially if you're on government assistance. I know some people are making more money on that, but that's besides the fact.
It hasn't gone up 150%.
Exactly. Well, government assistance isn't going to help you anyways for 150%. Now, this also does not include that everybody has felt is the gas increases right across North America. I'm not sure about Europe, haven't been there in a couple of years, but I know in North America, especially in Canada, our prices have gone up through the roof just on gas alone. Now, also, one other thing is, how about the house prices? The house prices are now just insane. So if your paycheck has remained the same or even gone up, like I've been an employee once before where you get a 50-cent dollar increase, big deal, right? But now you're seeing prices on houses going up 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and they're just skyrocketing year over year. So that's another thing is, who can, on top of these inflated prices, on top of your gas prices, on top of the housing market increase, things are building more and more. Now, what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there has been a letter being sent out by distributors to retailers, and they're telling us about the price of future goods. Now, basically in the letter, they're saying that the supply chain is a complete mess, and goods are up by crazy amounts, such as freight. Freight has changed from pre-pandemic times 7 to 8 times to now. And we're talking these numbers here. So shipping containers were pre-pandemic were $3,500. So in order to ship something from China to North America, it will cost $3,500 per shipping container. Now you're talking $28,000 per shipping container, and this is US dollars. So now take in consideration that that's US dollars. If you're living in Canada, now that's going to go up too. Now that's only shipping containers on sea. So once it comes into port, now your items have to be shipped from port to wherever you live, your city, and then distributed from the distribution center to the realtors or retail shops. And what does that include? That includes gas. So not only are you paying extra on the freight, you're paying on extra on the gas, and basically what they're saying right now is they're not seeing no signs of improvement for the next 6 to 12 months. And from what I've gathered from what you get from government officials and timelines these days, 6 to 12 months is a conservative time frame. I would say
emphasis on the conservative.
I would say maybe a year and a half, 2 years you should be looking towards. But if you're looking at the numbers altogether here, this is just a matter of 18 months. And from what these distributors have been saying is things are not going to get any easier for any of us right now in the near future. So I would say our recommendation is get out there and get your items that you need sooner than later. Exactly. If you can still find them on the shelves, because some items are not available in some stores now. You go into some Walmarts or whatever and shelves are empty.
Don't have them.
That's right.
Not to be, pessimist or anything, it's just more of a realist take and a realist look on the situation.
That's right.
I think it's really important to be informed as to where your money's going and how things have improved. And keep in mind, those prices that have increased on just those specific items that we talked about. That's only in 6 months. Like for milk to have gone up that much in 6 months is pretty crazy. But I think that's one of the more extreme examples. But as you guys can see, it's happened.
Well, also these farmers are also having restrictions with how many employees they can have on there, testing and all that propaganda that they're putting out there. But besides the point, the numbers don't lie. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there on inflation talking about how things are going up, but I have found that not many people have actually put the numbers down and let people know what the actual amounts are, and that's what we wanted to provide to everyone today.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks a lot. Take care.